Yes, I have a comment. Mr. Kapinski, thank you for reminding me and kind of backing up what I had thought is that we did vote yes to support the chief, but I don't remember, and we did not vote to have a lawsuit on behalf of 3 of the commissioners. So thanks for bringing up that point. And I guess as you are confused about open space, Don, I'm confused about this lawsuit because as a commissioner, I know I can see any document that pertains to Upper Pottsgrove. And I was basically told I couldn't see this one, so I'm confused. So.
Which, I'm sorry.
The contract that was signed for this lawsuit. And that's all I want to say. But you're confused about open space and I'm confused.
What? Who told you?
Who said you couldn't
I'm
look?
curious.
I said,
Who said that you couldn't see?
I said, if it's not filed under Upper Pottsgrove, that I couldn't see it. And I heard somebody here say, no, you can't. Is it filed up by Upper Pottsgrove or not? That's all I'm asking.
I will get it and look at it.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Others?
Now I'm confused. I was in a staff meeting the other day and I heard a really good concept idea. And as I left the building, I said, that is a super great idea. I'm curious what the public would think, and it'll hopefully be in a future meeting. About talking about banning soliciting in this township. People coming knocking on your doors. I know Eric's probably looking at me, we gotta be careful. But, there is a lot of fraud. And if it's not fraud, they're really not good deals. I mean, I just went through this with a family member. They knocked on her door. She lives in Upper Pottsgrove. Put the siding on the house, $26,000. It's the smallest house in Upper Pottsgrove. It literally was probably a $6,000 project if it was in vinyl siding. She signed the contract and, we had to forcefully stop that. I just, somebody was knocking on my door and I usually it's usually kids and they're like, this is their summer job and, you just go away. But, this one was really good. The solar panels in the house, I was gonna save you $300 a month. And I have my engineering degree. I wanna see how this $300 a month savings is really gonna work. Well, if you really looked at the contract, you have to spend $500 a month to buy the system to save $300. And again, there's a lot of smart people in this room, they can deal with these, but there's also people that may fall into the trap. And I hope we would explore banning soliciting. I know you have to do with religious groups, I know you have to do with politicians, but anyways, I thought that would be a novel idea. And I'll end it there, thank you.
Don't we have, I remember, and this could have been a very long time ago, people used to have permits.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
So,
And how is that, how do we decide who can go around? Because I get people all the time.
so they are required to have permits, doesn't mean they come in and get them. But if they do come in and apply, it's individuals, and chief does a check on them and tells us yay or nay. There was a company that came in and due to previous complaints filed by residents here and then also issues in Lower Pottsgrove, we were able to reject and not allow them to solicit. So there are permits required, but I can tell you, most people that knock on my door get a big surprise, because they don't have a permit, and they don't like it. And then they get snotty, and I'll be like, okay, I'll just call the police.
So would it be beneficial for residents to ask,
Yeah.
do you have a permit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had a resident the other week that called, and the people did actually have a permit, but the guy was also very rude. And at the bottom of the person's driveway, they have a sign. I mean, their house is way in the back, but says no soliciting, please, and they just totally ignored the sign. So, and that was in a remote location, not even in a developed so,
Okay.
And if I may, they're required to display the permit that they were issued.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you should be able to ask them, can I see your permit for solicitation?
Again, my thought was just
Yeah.
stop it all.
I mean, that's a good idea. I remember years and years ago, my father was a cop and somebody came up on the porch and asked him, was selling something, and he goes, you have a permit for that? And the guy wound up in City Hall later that day.
yeah, most people object, so.
Others? Okay, as the solicitor described earlier, we're going into executive session, no action is anticipated.
Real estate and personnel, no action. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.